Which of the American Horror Story Murder House actors has changed the most? Let's compare their looks from then and now. First up, we've got Connie Britton, who played Vivian Hammond. Connie is 57 now, but back in 2011, she was 44. Here's something you might not know before acting. Connie was actually a classically trained singer and had planned to pursue a career in music. On set, she became infamous for a scene where she had to stay up for 24 hours straight for a particularly intense sequence. She didn't let anyone see how exhausted she was. These days, Connie is still in the spotlight, appearing in shows like 911 and also working as a producer, still killing it in Hollywood.
Never stopped you before. You're so angry. Why don't you really tell it like it is? 6 months of therapy.
Next, we have Dylan McDermott, who played Dr. Ben Hammond. Dylan is 62 now, but back in 2011, he was 49. A lesser-known fact about Dylan is that he was once a boxer in his youth, and he actually trained with a champion before switching gears to acting. On the Murder House set, Dylan was known for being incredibly detail-oriented with his role. There was one scene where he insisted on taking multiple takes until he could perfectly capture the vulnerability of his character.
What I did, I cheated on my wife.
These days, Dylan is still acting, with major roles in The Politician and Fargo, continuing to dive deep into complex characters. By the way, thanks Cameron Dang for subscribing. We really appreciate it. Subscribe to and you might be featured in the next video. Now let's talk about Evan Peters, who played Tate Langdon. Evan is 37 now, but back in 2011, he was just 24. One of the most interesting things about Evan is his secret love for creating art. He's a painter and sculptor in his spare time. On set, Evan went through some incredibly intense moments while filming Tate's darker scenes. There was one occasion where he stayed in character even after filming ended, so much so that the crew started giving him space, afraid he might snap into Tate's mentality again. These days, Evan continues to be a favorite in American Horror Story and beyond, with major roles in X-Men and Mare of Easttown.
So, what do shrinks think about when a wildly brilliant patient doesn't talk to punish said psychiatrist?
Next is Dennis O'Hare, known for playing Larry Harvey. Dennis is 61 now, but when he was filming Murder House, he was 49. Did you know? Dennis has a background in visual arts and was once a painter before diving into acting. On set, Dennis underwent some crazy transformations to get into character. One of the most memorable moments was when he had to spend hours in a makeup chair to create his severely burned look. He once had an accident while filming a stunt, but rather than stop, he completed the scene without a second thought. These days, Dennis is still working steadily, acting in TV shows like This Is Us and continuing to explore new creative paths.
I'm guessing that Trouble in Boston didn't go so well. That girl's still giving you grief?
Next up is Jessica Lange as Constance Langdon. Jessica is 70 for now, but back in 2011, she was 62 when she portrayed the unforgettable Constance. Before acting, Jessica was actually trained as a photographer, and she often uses her visual background to shape her roles in unique ways. Here's a fun fact: Jessica once convinced the producers to keep one of her most intense scenes, even though it wasn't in the script, because she felt it was perfect for her character's arc. Today, Jessica continues to act, with recent projects like Feud and The Politician, showcasing her range and mastery of complex roles.
Every time I find my heart breaking just a sliver for you, I was and continue to be.
Moving on to Kate Mara, who played Hayden McLean. Kate is 41 now, but back in 2011, she was just 28. Kate almost didn't take the role in Murder House because she was dealing with her own personal life struggles at the time. But here's a cool tidbit: Kate actually did her own stunts for the scenes where Hayden was running or falling. She was so dedicated that the director didn't even have to ask. These days, Kate is making waves in both film and TV, with standout roles in House of Cards, The Martian, and her new projects.
You're crying. You gotta get it under control. You're making me nuts.
Next is Zachary Quinto, who played Chad Warwick. Zachary is 48 now, but when filming Murder House, he was 34. A cool fact is that Zachary's first acting gig was on the 24-hour plays stage, where he learned the ropes of acting on the fly. On set, Zachary was often praised for making his character's arrogance come off with a subtle twist of vulnerability. There's even a story where he played a pranking game on his co-stars, and they couldn't tell whether it was part of his character or just him having fun. Today, Zachary is known for his roles in Star Trek, Heroes, and other major franchises.
Put your skanky claw in that crib, you'll be pulling away a bloody stump.
Now, we've got Charles S. Dutton as Detective Granger. Charles is 76 now, but back in 2011, he was 63 before acting. Charles spent some time in prison, and his time behind bars influenced his acting style, especially when portraying tough characters like Detective Granger. A lesser-known fact about Charles is that he's a talented playwright and director. On set, Charles once helped direct a scene involving a tense interrogation, and his suggestions helped elevate the intensity of the moment. These days, he still acts and directs, keeping his reputation as a skilled veteran in Hollywood.
If you think of anything Violet said to you that could indicate where she might have gone, you will let us know.
Next up is Eric Stonestreet, who played Derek. Eric is 53 now, but back in 2011, he was 41. Eric's first major role was actually in The West Wing. But here's something cool: before he became a comedic star, Eric spent years in improv, developing his skills to stay on his toes in high-pressure situations. On Murder House, he only had a short appearance, but Eric's character was memorable. He managed to create tension in his brief scenes, and the director actually asked him to tone it down because it was so intense. Today, Eric is best known for his Emmy-winning role in Modern Family, and still has a strong presence in Hollywood.
Lately it's gotten so bad I can't even function. When you say urban legend, all of them, Bloody Mary, Candyman, Lady in White.
Let's talk about Frances Conroy, who played Maura O'Hara. Frances is 71 now, but back in 2011, she was 58 before acting. Frances worked as a classical actress, and her first love was theater. On the set of Murder House, Frances filmed some of the most emotional scenes, and she once shot for 16 hours straight, without a break, in order to get the perfect portrayal of Maura's tragic fate. The crew was so impressed that they decided to leave the camera running, capturing the raw, unfiltered moment. Today, Frances is still acting and continues to take on major roles, including in 6 Feet Under and American Horror Story.
Well, I'm not one to belabor a point, but where has the time gone? You must be famished.
Now, we've got Lily Robb as Dora Montgomery. Lily is 54 now, but back in 2011, she was 41. Lily actually spent time studying ballet before entering the world of acting. On set, she got so deep into her character that there were moments where she had to leave the set to regain her composure. After filming emotionally draining scenes, one time, she broke down completely after a particularly difficult sequence, and had to be reassured by the crew before finishing her work. These days, Lily is a prominent figure in TV and film, including her roles in The Good Wife and The Undoing.
If Thaddeus comes back to scare you again, just shut your eyes and say, go away.
Next up is Jamie Brewer, who portrayed Adelaide Tate Langdon. Jamie is 39 now, but back in 2011, she was 26. Jamie, who made history as one of the first actresses with Down syndrome to land a major role, took the Murder House set by storm. Did you know that Jamie had never acted professionally before American Horror Story, but her performance was so powerful that she immediately became a fan favorite? Off-screen, Jamie was praised for her strength and her determination to push boundaries in every scene. Today, Jamie continues to break barriers and inspire with her acting and advocacy work.
They did it. Who did it? The twins.
Now, we have Christine Estabrook as Marcy. Christine is 55 now, but in 2011, she was 42 before acting. Christine worked as a stage performer and even studied classical music. During the filming of Murder House, she added her unique flair to her character. One particularly fun fact is that Christine accidentally ad-libbed a line during one of her scenes, which was so perfect that they kept it in the final cut. Today, Christine is still a busy actress, often appearing in supporting roles on hit TV shows.
Let's not put that in the listing.
And finally, we have Tessa Farmiga, who played Violet Hammond. Tessa is 30 now, but when she was filming Murder House, she was just 16. Tessa's role as Violet was one of her first major acting gigs, and she brought a level of intensity that far exceeded her years. During filming, she often struggled to shake off the dark energy of the character. In fact, there's a story about how Tessa would sometimes feel haunted by the character even after filming ended, and she had to spend hours unwinding. These days, Tessa is still a huge star, with major roles in The Nun and several American Horror Story seasons.
Some kids say they're bullied and their parents just pull them right out. You asked me to define bullying.